For years, Meri Brown's story has been written by heartbreak, silence, and the weight of a broken promise. But today, her story is changing. Today, she steps into a new chapter. Today, we uncover the journey no one expected. The journey where Meri finally moves on. Pause. This is not just a story about dating. It's a story about rediscovering yourself, after losing everything you once believed would last forever. Fade into Chapter 1. Read slow, novel style. Meri Brown's life, for decades, looked like a fragile glass window, strong enough to stand against the world, yet easily shattered from the inside. In the early years of the Brown family, she stood with confidence, the first wife, the pillar, the one who proudly believed in her marriage to Kody. But time is a sculptor that reshapes every promise. As the family grew, love began to thin. Moments of connection faded, and Meri found herself standing alone, even in a house full of people. Kody's attention drifted. Robin entered the family. The emotional distance widened. And Meri, the woman who had once been the center of a complicated world, slowly became a shadow inside her own home. Yet, she stayed. Because staying was easier than starting over. Because leaving meant stepping into a storm of uncertainty. But the storm would come anyway. A soft, reflective tone. The emotional unraveling happened slowly, thread by thread. The divorce in 2014, though presented as a legal necessity, cut deeper than the world realized. For Meri, it was not simply paperwork. It was surrender. It was the quiet acceptance that her place had changed. And then came the catfishing scandal. Loneliness is a powerful force. And Meri, for the first time in decades, sought connection outside the Brown world. Not love, not romance, just someone who saw her. Someone who listened. But the world judged her harshly. Kody pulled away further. The sister wives felt betrayed. The viewers felt shocked. But behind the scandal was a woman crying for attention, affection, and identity. This moment, this painful, humiliating chapter, became the seed of her transformation. Because sometimes you have to break to begin again. A calm, deep, storytelling voice. After the scandal, Meri's world grew quiet. The cameras captured awkward conversations, uncomfortable body language, a marriage that was no longer a marriage, only a memory. Meri's smile became thinner, her voice softer, her presence smaller. Yet in the silence, something began to grow inside her. A realization, a truth, a whisper that grew louder each year. You deserve more. She started traveling. She started reading, writing, reflecting. She started building her inn, Lizzie's Heritage Inn, not just as a business, but as a sanctuary, a place where she could be Meri. Not wife number one, not the forgotten partner, not the outsider, just Meri. And slowly, painfully, beautifully, she detached from the life that no longer honored her. Emotional tone, but strong. The world saw it coming long before Kody admitted it. The marriage was gone. The connection was gone. The hope was gone. But the final conversation, captured on TV, made it real. Kody said he no longer saw a romantic future. Meri, holding her breath, let the truth sink in. It wasn't just heartbreak. It was liberation. The moment she realized she was free. A door closed, and another quietly opened. More energetic, uplifting tone. Meri started showing the world a different version of herself. She traveled across states. She hiked mountains. She posted photos of confidence, laughter, and peace. Her eyes, once dim, started glowing again. This was the Meri who had been buried under emotional exhaustion. The Meri who finally understood that self-worth isn't given. It's discovered. And then, she surprised everyone. Light suspense tone. Fans noticed it first. A mysterious man in the background. A caption that hinted at companionship. A smile that looked different. Was Meri dating? Was she seeing someone new? Social media exploded with speculation. Some declared she was finally moving on. Others doubted she'd ever open her heart again. But Meri didn't confirm anything. She didn't deny, either. She simply lived. And that silence was louder than any announcement. Because silence meant, I'm discovering something new, one step at a time. A warm, emotional tone. As time passed, whispers turned into clearer hints. No flashy introduction, no dramatic reveal, just a quiet, meaningful presence. Someone who encouraged her. Someone who respected her independence. Someone who didn't demand she shrink to fit their world. A companion. A friend. A possibility. Meri wasn't rushing. She wasn't announcing. She wasn't proving anything to anyone. She was simply allowing herself to be happy. Without permission. And that is the most powerful form of freedom. Final chapter. Deep, closing tone. Today, Meri's journey is no longer about heartbreak. It's not about Kody. Not about the past. Not about the wounds she carried. It's about healing, growth, rediscovery. She is no longer the woman who stayed. She is the woman who walked forward. Her dating journey is not defined by one man, but by the courage to open her heart again. And in that courage, she found herself. Her new chapter is just beginning. And for the first time in a long time, Meri is smiling because the future finally feels like hers.